All right, in this video, I'm going to show you how to start building your email list right from the very beginning. We're not going to leave anything out here. Basically, I decided, since my email list that I built a long time ago, unintentionally, completely unintentionally, it started to dwindle because I was not intentionally creating this email list. And so people started to be unaligned. So now I'm like, hey, let's show you how you can do this super easy. It's way easier than most people think. You might think, oh, I need to know all this technical stuff, yada yada yada, but you really don't. You can just slap something together and you can start collecting emails. And later down the road, once you have these emails, I can show you how to nurture them so that if you do end up switching business kind of niches and stuff like that, you can still bring these people along the journey with you. So before we get to that point, we need something to actually collect emails with. So for this reason, I am going to minimize my little face thingy here. And I'm going to show you one of my favorite platforms for getting up and running really quickly. It's called Symvoly. I'll put a link down in the description of this video if you want to get a free trial through my affiliate link. Then I will help you, guide you with setting up your account too. So I like this one because it has in here a whole bunch of templates that we can just click and get started with. So specifically what I'm going to be looking for is one of these type of pages where it's a lead magnet or an opt-in page, basically a type of page where people can put an email in and then I can just start sending them emails. So let's go ahead and register. All right, so I just finished putting in my information to register for my free trial with Symvoly. Again, I like to use this software because it's really simple. It's got an easy user interface and everything's included and the price is super reasonable. So now what we're going to do is we're going to choose our template. So I'm going to actually click on funnels here and you can literally go and grab one of these and follow along with this video. And then I'm just going to scroll down and find something that kind of looks like similar to what I want to show to people. So actually this one kind of looks pretty close. I like it because it has a bunch of the different pieces and I can just remove any of the pieces that I don't want. So let's start with this one and I'm just going to call this my list builder project. Awesome. So that got all loaded up and you can see here that it gives you a little welcome video to kind of show you around the dashboard. But you can go ahead and you can watch that if you're creating an account with these guys. But I'm just going to close this and go ahead and just show you really quickly how we can just get this up and running so that we can actually start modifying some of these pieces. So first of all, I don't need these things up here because essentially I want to funnel people into, and that's why I chose funnel. I want to funnel them into actually giving me their contact information. So all we want to do right now is make sure the functionality is working on this page. I'll cover in a separate video all these other little pieces like the headline and anything else on the page, that kind of thing. So we're going to do this step by step. So make sure you subscribe to this channel so that you see the next step in this process. But first of all, we just want to get this part set up because we want to make sure that it's functional, right? So this is our landing page right here. That's exactly what I want. I actually don't want all of these options though. I really want to simplify this because all I need from somebody getting my lead magnet or freebie, people call these different things. They call it like a lead magnet, a freebie, an opt-in page. Like those can all be used interchangeably. But all I really need is an email address. So I'm just going to make sure that it's really simple like that. And then I'm going to go over to my pages menu here. So that's on the left side. click on my pages. So that's this one here. Next, I'm going to go to the thank you page. Whoops, I forgot to save. So let me just quickly save first. And then we're going to go over to the thank you page. All right, so now the thank you page is loaded up, and I'm going to probably need a way to deliver it. Well, it's already right here. It has a button. That's perfect. Now the next thing that I need to make sure that this is going to be connected to an email list, right? So let's quickly flip back over to the first page, because I just want to double check that that form is actually connected to an email list. So when I click on it, I'm going to go to settings, and I'm actually going to rename this form so that I know what it is. So I'm just going to call it lead magnet opt-in form. And right now, I actually don't want to be notified when somebody submits their email, because I assume that there's going to be quite a few here. But, you know, if you want that little bit of dopamine hit, you can definitely do that. And then we'll come back and adjust this, but for now I don't know what my free thing is, so I'm just going to say get my free thing. And then I definitely want to make sure it goes to that next step in the funnel. It's already set to that, so that's perfect. Now I need it connected to the email marketing. Now the cool thing about Symvoly is that it already has an email autoresponder built in. So I just actually need to just add a list here. So I'm just going to call this lead magnet opt-ins. Hit submit and confirm. And just for good measure, I'm also going to tag them. So I'm going to tag them with lead magnet. And I can go back in here and adjust these once I actually know the name of my lead magnet. And then that way in the future, I'll know like what it is if I have multiple lead magnets. So there we go. So that's good. And we can save that. And now if we go at the top menu here and click on emails and automations, it's going to load up the email autoresponder for Symvoly. And if I click into automations here, I don't have any automations. So I want to be able to automatically send them an email, a welcome email, when they get the free thing that I'm going to give them, right? So let's create a new one. And we're going to call this lead magnet, or I'm going to call it deliver lead magnet. There we go. And the trigger is going to be, so let's step back a sec. I went pretty quick. We're going to click on this guy, and then it opens up like, where do we want to start the automation? Click on add a new trigger. And now we're going to choose when they're added to that list that we just connected that form to, right? So click on added to list, and then we're going to select the list. That's the lead magnet opt-ins, right? Hit confirm. And now we can click over on the side here to close that menu. Click again, hit save. Now we haven't set up any details for our email software yet. Like this part of this software is like the email autoresponder, so it's making us put that in. So I'm going to put my company name in here, and the address, and I have finished putting that in and hit save. So there we go. Now that's saved. Now the next step is to add our first email, which is a welcome email. So I hit the plus button, and then we're going to click send an email, because we want to send an email right away after they get our lead magnet. So we're just going to straight up call this like whatever the lead magnet is. So here's your, and then whatever it is, right? So maybe it's like some free download. Like we'll make it more specific once we know what it is. But for now, we're just getting the functionality down. This is going to be from me. And then I'm going to start building out the email. And I'm going to choose just the basic text email. And the reason why I like to deliver just a basic text email, unless you're doing like e-commerce or something like that, even e-commerce stores can benefit from these in certain spots, but like these tend to perform the best as far as like getting into people's inboxes. So I don't have their name, so I'm not even going to use that merge tag. That's what that is there. See the little curly brace, name, curly brace? That's if you actually have the contact's name, which we don't have because we just asked for their email, right? So what I'm going to do is just quickly write something. And if you end up getting Symvoly under my affiliate link, which is linked in the description of this video, then just hit reply and show me your receipt, and I will send you a welcome email template. So you can just copy and paste that in there. I'm just going to quickly write out something. All right, so I'm just going to cover a few quick things with this that you can use even if you don't have a template for me. So basically, it is telling them that they got the free thing because you want them to, first of all, open your email. So that's why we lead with that in the subject line because they're already expecting it, right? And then lead with that in your email saying like, hey, I've got your free thing and I'm going to tell you how to get access to it. But just a sec, I want to show you what to expect by being on this email list. And that just sort of starts setting the expectation with what they can, what they're going to get going forward. And then it's just a really brief thing about yourself. So essentially like, why are you giving this to them and why should they trust you? And like, typically don't make it more than like 2 sentences long. Just keep it short and simple because this is really about them. It's not about you. There will be time and space to have them get to know you better going forward. And then you deliver the free thing. So in Symvoly, what you can do with links is just highlight the text and then you get this little text editor guy up here. So you just click on link and then you can link it to something. So like if you have like a Google Drive document or something like that, you can just link it. And then I like to have it underlined and just a blue color so that they know that that's a link when they're reading it. And then I also like to ask them to hit reply and let me know that they got it because that helps with your email deliverability rates. So now if you want, you can click more and you can preview it. And then that way you can kind of get a quick view of what it will look like. So I can see that there's a bit of spacing around the edges. So that's good. That's what I want. You can also preview it on mobile. So that looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. So I'm just going to hit save and click out of that. And that's ready to go there. So then I'll hit save again. And now I can just turn this on. So we're going to turn that on. And now what do I get? Some of the email steps from an email domain is not verified. So you need to verify your domain first. All right. So what that means is that this email software can't start sending these emails until I have added my domain to their email system, which just makes sense because it would be kind of weird if people went to my website, therebellioussoul.com, and then opted in for this thing, but then they started receiving emails from Symvoly, right? That might be kind of weird. So in this case, we're going to want to hook up the domain. So you're going to add your domain and just type in your domain name, hit submit. And now it's going to give you the things that you need to add to your domain record. So you would add this wherever you bought your domain. So for me, I'm pretty sure I bought mine on namecheap.com. I'll put a link down in the description below if you want, like if you don't already have a domain, you could go and get one there. They're like anywhere from $5 to $30 a year, so fairly inexpensive. But I'm going to pause this and hop over to Namecheap so I can show you how to put these in. All right, so here I am back in Namecheap where I have my domain. You might have this in GoDaddy, you might have it in Wix, you might have it in Squarespace, wherever it is. It's going to be similar to this, okay? Similar to this. Just know that if you're in a different one, you can always go to their support and ask them how to set up your DNS settings, right? DNS settings. So yeah, they don't have it here. DNS, letter D, letter N, letter S. That's what it's called, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click manage, and then it's going to offer me the option to click on advanced DNS. So I'm just going to click on that guy. And then so actually there's a mistake here. This is not hosted at Namecheap. I'm not using Namecheap's servers. So I actually have to flip over to the other software where I can edit the DNS. Okay, so this is actually great because now you know where you would find that in Namecheap, but also I get to show you as well on my other platform. So I found my domain, and now I'm going to click to manage the DNS. It gives me a warning because there's like, warning, don't change anything that you don't know what you're doing. Basically, that's because I have this URL or this domain connected to a bunch of different things. So if that's you, just contact the support for whoever manages your domain, and they can help you with this. So now that we are here in the DNS, we're going to add a DNS setting. And now we need to flip back into Symvoly to see which kind we need to add. So let's flip back over here. So the first one is going to be a TXT record. And our first value is going to be the @ symbol. Our second value is going to be this guy. So I'm just going to click the copy, go back to this guy, select TXT. First value is the @ sign. Second one is that value that I copied. Hit save. All right, got the first one done. Let's add the second one. Now, Symvoly says that we need to create a CNAME record. So I'm going to copy the first value, go back to my DNS record. This is a CNAME, click that guy, put the host in, and then come back and grab the other value, this guy, put that one in there. Okay, hit save, and there we go. I have my two values in there, and now all I need to do is just wait for those settings to take effect. Sometimes it can take up to 48 hours. Sometimes it only takes like 10 minutes. But once that is verified and ready to go, you'll be able to just hit refresh in your Symvoly page here, and it will change from pending to, it'll say verified. So where it has that little gray pending, that will switch to verified. And that is just your symbol to yourself that, hey, we're ready to go. So if you found this valuable, this is the very first step for us setting up a way to collect email addresses, build our email list, and start nurturing them. If you want to follow me step by step on this process, actually apply these things and start building your email list, then make sure you hit subscribe, and also grab your Symvoly demo with my affiliate link down below. You will also get added to my email list when you do that, which is great because then you can get notified when I post more of these videos. All right, signing off, and take care.